Lisboa,
Bruxelles,
Sofia,
Warschau.
Europe is us with Dino.
Europe is us, but who are we? Stay with us and you'll find out. Today's topic, mental health. Today's guest, Kaja Głomb, an academic psychologist from Krakow, Poland. Kaja, tell us more about your work. Which field of psychology are you working on?
I am an employee of the Institute of Applied Psychology at the Jagiellonian University in Krakow. Total disclaimer, I am not a clinical psychologist or therapist, so I actually don't systematically help people who struggle with mental disorders. However, this topic is very close to my heart. I teach students psychopathology, or as it's called sometimes, abnormal psychology. Please do not confuse it with paranormal psychology. My main focus of interest is actually cognitive psychology. I'm interested in eyewitness testimony, but I'm also interested in abnormal psychology in the context of forensic psychology. So that's something I'm really passionate about. And I am sometimes asked to take up the subject of mental health issues. I don't know how it happened, how it started, but I find this mission very important, and I take it very, very seriously. And as a result, somewhat by accident maybe, I have become, I don't know how to call it, a self-proclaimed advocate for people with mental health issues.
And how did you, as a psychologist, notice the rise of mental health issues within youth?
It's safe to say that the increase is quite visible around us. But what's probably a bigger, more serious evidence are the research, are studies that show everywhere that we deal with increasing prevalence of mental health issues among youth. It does not only mean young adults, it does not even mean teenagers, it also means children.
Many people in Europe think that depression and mental health issues in the Nordic countries are connected to the dark and cold winters. And although seasonal changes do affect some people, I would say that the locals are quite used to that, and that the problems connected to mental health are much deeper than that. They're connected to anxieties and societal pressures on who you expect it to be and how to be normal, fitting in. And it's not always easy to talk to other people about how you feel, especially for guys. But in terms of the pandemic, there hadn't been a particular change in the sense of what you're allowed to do in Sweden, because many things were still open. For example, you could go to the gym and work out, and just doing that would make you feel better. And other countries have had much stricter rules, which has changed people's habits drastically. So in that regard, Sweden was better off, but the broader sense of mental health issues is still a problem in society. And the recent passing of the Swedish DJ Avicii, who took his own life at the age of 28, is a reminder of that. And a lot his father has recently contributed to opening a museum to remember his life, but also to raise awareness of the mental health issues, which is something that he really believes in doing, so that more people could talk about things before it is too late.
Back to Poland, your government recently cut funds for the youth helpline and closed some wards. How did this affect the help system in Poland?
I actually, beside being academic, I also am a volunteer in one Polish helpline, a regional one, not focused on kids, teenagers and young adults, but open for everyone. And I can see that people who are calling us are people who are desperate. They are lonely. They are desperately lonely, and they have no one around them to talk about the drama, some major dramas in their life. They have no meaningful relationship with their peers, with their family, and they are scared to talk about this issue. And volunteers in those helplines or employees of those helplines are the only ones who offer them real talk and real help. They also deal with people who are in immediate crisis, people who are thinking about killing themselves. So, as I said, there is absolutely no rational justification for cutting funds for any organization calling them. I don't know how can we find peace with that on a nation level, but also, on a just humane level.
Kaja, thank you, and thank you all for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and listen to what we have to say, because Europe is us.
Lisboa,
Bruxelles, Berlin,
Warszawa,
Ljubljana.